Iris Knight is a woman aged 55 years, currently living in a leafy suburb in London. Iris has medium-length grey hair and light-coloured skin. Iris is a rather large woman and wears glasses. Her fashion style is rather bleak and simplistic. Iris is suffering from mental health. The stalker is a mysterious unknown figure who wears an all-black outfit. The bedroom is rather modern. A grey bed in the middle of the room with a brown gloss wood wardrobe on the left side. All the furniture in the room is walnut wood. There is a leather armchair and glass table on the far right by the window bay. The silver TV is situated on the middle right side. Below is the chest of drawers. The wallpaper is a mix of black and grey, whilst the carpet is cream. There is a chandelier which brings a lot of light to the room. Close up of Iris, medication on her brown bedside table. Iris is sleeping in the bed and slowly wakes up from her nap. She slowly rises up from the bed and yawns as she wakes up. The bedroom door is open. Iris suddenly frankly looks shocked as she believes that someone is running down the stairs. Stalker running down the cream stairs. Iris panics and walks towards the door to shut it. Iris quickly sits on the floor and looks shocked. Stalker begins to smash on the cream door. Iris sits on the floor and cries.
Go away, leave me alone, please, please.
Stalker continues to smash on the door. After a while, the stalker stops. Iris is sitting on the bedroom floor and has calmed down. Iris slowly gets up on the floor and opens the door. Opens the door. The hallway is grand. The stairs have a dark cream carpet. And the walls are painted magnolia with various pictures. The hallway is long and narrow. The floor is a dark old wood. The front door suddenly slams closed as Iris walks down the stairs. Iris runs into the kitchen and the stalker is seen standing by the front door. The kitchen is rather modern, however, has traditional elements. The kitchen has a grey unit and a brown worktop. There is a large black gloss unit and a rustic bench table. There are two chandeliers in both parts of the kitchen. The floor is a cream tile. I think you're describing it too much.
Same. I understand already.
Yeah.
What it's meant to look like.
Iris stops in the kitchen for a second and stands still. She looks shocked and confused. Iris starts opening and closing all the kitchen cupboards. She does it quickly. After a while, Iris runs into the garage. The garage is very big and has various gym equipment and a small pool table. Walls and floors are grey. There are numerous units in there, such as a fridge and a work table. Iris turns around and sees the garage key is in the door. She proceeds to lock the white garage door. Iris stands in the garage looking around, continuing to look scared, fragile and confused. Suddenly the stalker appears behind the garage door to the kitchen. The stalker begins to smack on the garage door and Iris's face drops as she stands in the garage by the door. Iris begins to run towards the office, which is another room off the garage. She opens the door and enters. The office has various white tables and the floor is a very light brown, whilst the walls are white. The office is rather small and there is a door which heads to the garden. Iris enters the office and moves quickly towards the door to the garden. Iris unlocks the garden door and opens it. The garden is quite big and is an unusual shape. There is a dark brown walkway which wraps around the house. There is a hot tub and table towards the right side of the garden, whilst on the left there is a pond and shed greenhouse. Iris runs out into the garden and heads to the right of the garden, walking along the path. Iris runs past the kitchen door into the garden and the hot tub. She hides by the huge lounge door which heads into the garden next to the outside table. Iris looks very stressed out and out of breath. She stands by the door for a while as she catches her breath. The stalker slams its hands on the lounge door and Iris suddenly jumps and screams. Iris frantically begins to run off again, heading past the pond and up the shed greenhouse which is not visible from the house. Iris slowly falls to the floor and begins to enter a very poor mental state. Tears roll down her eyes and she puts her hand over her face.
I can't do this anymore. I can't.
There are various shots of each room in the house showing no one inside. Iris is laying unconscious on the floor. The stalker walks up behind her and leans down to her level. The stalker gently strokes Iris's hair with a black leather glove. The lounge is very quirky. It's a vibrant blue wallpaper with dozens of animals in it. There is a huge rustic brown wood table and another more modern dining table with a leather white chair. There are two big black leather sofas, and the other side of the room is painted grey. The floor is oak with a green mug. Iris is sitting on the sofa reading a few gossip magazines. Iris takes a medication for gossip water. Suddenly the stalker starts smirking on the front door, and Iris turns her head towards the lounge door looking shocked.
It was good, but you literally just described your house.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there's such thing as, like, maybe too much description.
Yeah, I think there is.
Like, I feel like we would understand if you described the scene in detail once and then have the script carry on.
You mentioned close-ups and stuff, and you don't need to do that in a script.
Yeah.
And you said.
Just do that in your shot list.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.